But we're still in this thing.
Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree?
Hello, family. This is Ellen the Marvelous, the movie Gangstar, and again I'm going to discuss on another discovery in From TV show in this third part of Final Judgment review collection. Parkland Media uploaded a very amazing review breakdown on his YouTube channel and discussed on what happens in From TV show season 1 episode 7, the exact episode where the first monster attack happens at the colony house in Fatima's anniversary party. In this review, he discussed on a theory planned by monsters on how Father Khatri got killed by monsters on that bloody night. And this review impressed me and triggered me to many facts and clues in the show and made me to make this part 3 and declare more on characters and their role in what happens in this Fromland's toxicity. But before we begin, please subscribe to support my channel and don't forget to push the notification bell to be informed of all of my videos, reviews, breakdowns and theories as I uploaded them. Hit the thumbs up and like the video and share this link with others and support my channel. Okay, let's begin, but make sure to watch Parkland Media's review before watching this review.
Are
you looking for these? You can't save them all.
In other two parts of this review collection, Final Judgment, I discussed on the bow invite on queer children and how they connect to people's mind. Mostly discussed on Victor and Sara and Tabitha, as whom could connect these unknown creatures the most, and also explained on how Victor could manipulate Tabitha's emotions on the root cellar in season 3 episode finale and distracted her from finding out about the panic room where Fatima was imprisoned, as queer children were trying to lead her and Julie to save Fatima before delivering the smiley monster back to the Fromland. I also mentioned on Sara and someone very powerful in mind and imagination who could connect with the bow invite and also queer children at the same time. I bet queer children first went to Sara and connected to her mind, but it seemed she didn't want to fulfill the mission, or maybe she had been controlling by the bow invite in a dark way too, and didn't tell Boyd and Ellis all she knew about Fatima and her hidden place. And by this way, Sara said they were laughing, and it seems they were queer children after all. And by this way, queer children came to Tabitha and Julie, guided them to save Fatima, but Victor interrupted that, manipulated Tabitha's emotions by creating fake, drastic images of his mother's dead, Miranda, by the bottle tree. And finally, it was Sara who reported Fatima's hidden place to others after removing Elgin's eye and exactly after Fatima got birth to that smiley monster at that panic room in the root cellar. And it was exactly when monsters won the battle. Smiley monster got back to the Fromland and they could only save Fatima. And from the other side, Tabitha and Jade believed that they were here before to save their own children over and over again. Jim and Tabitha's relationship interrupted by that, and finally, in a very unbelievable scene, we saw Jim got killed by a very new arrival monster, the man in yellow, in front of her daughter Julie. And the show left them in a complete chaos and us with bunch of questions at the end. It seems it was a dirty, rigged game which both Sara and Victor were collaborating in one side, companion monsters until the smiley monster being delivered back to Fromland. And it seems there is always a boy who must be killed. Why? Who knows? Even it seems Victor doesn't want to remember the whole truth. It seems both Victor and Sara collaborated and manipulated the whole situation because there was a secret which shouldn't be revealed. But after all, there are some children needed to be saved. Now, after this conclusion, based on everything I explained in the two other parts of the review collection, The Final Judgment, I'm gonna get back to Season 1 Episode 7, the exact episode when first monster attack happens on Fatima's anniversary party, to exact point where Parkland Media discussed on his review breakdown. Then first, please make sure to watch that review breakdown and then follow the rest of this review. Now, as you have watched Parkland Media review, let's get back to Season 1 Episode 7 and complete that brilliant review breakdown with my following discussion. In that review, Parkland Media discussed on Monster's complicated plan not only to attack the colony house and murder people, but to kill Father Khatri at the same time to stop him accompanying Boyd and Sara deep into the forest to search for a way out. All moderated by Jasmine, the monster who seduced Kevin at the first place by manipulating his emotions and irritating his inner childhood wounds to open the window and let her inside. In those exact scenes, which is happening during Fatima's anniversary party, as we can see, also Parkland Media explained the dominant emotion is jealousy. We see it directly in Ellie's drunk face as Donna is praising Fatima and gives her a dream catcher as present. And it bursts up as the others raise their cups for Fatima. From the other side, we have Julie, who sees Fatima is kissing another lady and she becomes jealous, and later she asks Fatima for the same. But it seems something leads her to Victor's room, and we see she feels peace in his room and wants to stay there. As we see Kevin goes to the bathroom in exact same time, goes to the window to visit Jasmine the monster. As Parkland Media explained, on the shot, as Kevin pulls the curtain, we see Jasmine with the flower bouquet in her hands. It seems she's waiting for Kevin, but she has her eyes gaze on the other side. And as we see later from that exact window, as Jasmine opens the window for the other monsters to come, all monsters come from the forest behind the colony house. Then why Jasmine was looking to that direction? As Parkland Media determined, Jasmine is looking towards the town and exactly towards the sheriff's station, where Boyd and Father Khatri sit and discuss each other. When Father Khatri was talking to Boyd about his past and what caused him ending up in this stuck farmland. As Parkland Media mentioned, and I fully agree with his theory, Jasmine is waiting for weak, alone, and broken Kevin to seduce and hunt, and at the same time, she has her eyes towards the sheriff station where other monsters plan to kill Father Khatri after arrival of colony house members, and it seems the monsters all collaborating at the same time to fulfill both missions altogether. Parkland Media discussed that monsters didn't want him accompanying Boyd and Sara in the searching journey to the forest. But I believe this is something more than that, and I'm going to show you some proofs on how Father Khatri died and why. Okay, let's dive deep into that. As we saw, when Kevin arrived to the window into the bathroom, pulled the curtain away to talk to Jasmine, she was already had eyes gazed towards another point and location, where we believe it's the sheriff station. And it was that exact same time when Father Khatri took his bag with him to the sheriff station and was confessing on how he ended up in farmland to Boyd to convince Boyd about why he has kept Sara hidden in the church basement. As he began to explain about his past, we see Boyd and him begin to drink from that bottle he pulled out of Father Khatri's bag together. As Father Khatri was telling his story, at first he mentioned on a boy who was lurking around the church he worked at and wanted to stay there more. And Father Khatri mentions that he gave him a chocolate bar and sent him home. And later, as he went to his house to check on him, he saw his drunk father has killed him already, and as he says himself, he beats the father to the death and runs to where a voice comes to his ears, leading him towards a new path for another mission. And he ends up in stuck farmland and buries his bag underground. But why he should hide his bag underground and never talks about that? And how it goes that a good priest who beats a drunk father because of murdering his own son has a bag with a bottle of rum in it. Who is who and who has killed the boy in reality? That was a real hidden secret which never got exposed. Here and after what Parkland Media discussed on monster plans for murdering Father Khatri and what we discussed earlier in the last two parts of this review collection, I'm going to show you what has happened in real. As Jasmine is gazed towards the sheriff station, it seems is manipulating Father Khatri's mind, and it's better to say his story. As we found through all these 3 seasons of this TV show, it seems there is a boy who has been killed or must be killed. Also some children whom should be saved, and these are 2 different narrations in Fromland which looks against each other. And we can't discuss in real who wants the boy killed and who wants children to be saved. This is a huge paradox by itself. Also, as I mentioned, Father Khatri's story seems a little odd. If Father Khatri has beaten that drunk father up, why he has ended up with a bottle and a bloody shirt in his bag in this stuck Fromland, and why he has buried his bag underground. Is he really a priest or a murderer, or is he a good priest as he shows? I believe Father Khatri doesn't tell the whole truth about what has happened and who has killed the boy before he ends up like that in Fromland. Maybe he wants to confess to Boyd. This is Jasmine the monster who seduces Kevin to open the window, who is controlling Father Khatri's mind at the same time. As Father Khatri tells his story and mentions on hiding Sara at the church basement, Boyd bursts into anger. They are fighting on putting Sara in the box, and Father Khatri insists that Sara should stay alive because she hears voices and knows secrets and can help to find clues and a way out. And exactly after that discussion, the van arrives from the colony house, and Father Khatri and Boyd helping people, leading them inside. The monster calls him Father, and he turns his head back. The monster tears his throat by his claws and runs. At the end, we see him in Boyd's arms praying for forgiveness and redemption, and dies as a true believer. But why he had to be killed? As we know, he kept Sara in the church basement, and he was the one who saved Sara and convinced Boyd to not put her in the box, but uses her to find a way out. Also, absolutely, he has saved Sara. Boyd never puts her in the box and took her as her companion to the forest tree. I believe Sara could hear those voices who told him about Father Khatri's past. As we saw, she imposed by those voices to draw that raving boy's image from that chocolate bar to threaten and scare Father Khatri to save her life. And as she knew the truth about his past, his lies and secrets, she used her mind to control monsters, Jasmine, to manipulate his story, and after all getting killed by another monster. Or maybe Jasmine was checking on him on that exact moment to see if he tells the truth, and he lied again. A monster appeared from nowhere and cut his throat to death. After all, it was Sara who used Father Khatri to save her from death sentence and the box. Also, we can say, as she has her mind under monsters' control, she is reacting to the events in their own benefits and in her own benefits, and it's the only reason for her in season 3 finale to pull Elgin's eye out and gives Fatima's location to the others. She kills Father Khatri in cold blood to save the story. As I believe in season 3 finale, this was selfish liar Victor who caused death for Jim, as he successfully manipulated Tabitha's emotions and thoughts to believe she has came here on a mission with Jade, and they both have came here to save their own daughter over and over again. And by this way, not only disrupted Tabitha's and Jim's relationship, but removed Jim from the scene, and who knows, maybe Tabitha was praying for that from inside. Who knows what has happened to Victor in the church basement, and who is the boy invite in real? I bet he has projected the boy invite by his own childhood dreams as a symbol of his lost purity, and now as Matthew's family has arrived to the town and they have a son who has met the boy invite already, he is using his intuition in season 1 episode 4 to manifest him back and ask him for help. Also, about that bloody massacre happened at the colony house when Fatima's anniversary, we see Victor knew what was going to happen next, and he had packed his bag to run. And I believe it was Victor who manifested this deal. He had packed his bag to run, and he was the one who manipulated everyone in that party, also Julie, and it was Victor who manifested Julie to go to him to his room only to save her. Because he loved Julie. As we saw in episode 2, he is drawing Julie as she is sleeping on Trudy's pillow. And that pillow is the exact same pillow which Trudy is going to give Fatima after Fatima gifted her her own yellow jacket. And I believe it was Victor who manifested this deal between them only by focusing on the yellow color to save Fatima and kill Trudy instead. Maybe because he hated Trudy too. And as Kevin and Trudy both were fake people in this episode who become murdered by monsters, we can say that Father Khatri was a fake liar character as well. And he became a murderer of this massacre by Sara's manipulation and mind control through monsters, just because those voices told Sara about Father Khatri and his past, and she knew what he was done. She reminded of him killing a boy before he ended up in Farmland, and in another word, she blackmailed him to stay alive. Who knows what has happened to Victor in the church basement when he was a child, and maybe Sara found out about Victor and what was happened to him in the church basement when she was keeping down there by Father Khatri, and as she found the same guilt on him, planned to murder him for Victor and for those children who were a victim of child's abuse. After all, it was partly media's review which had a perfect discussion on Monster's plan and made me to create this review to explain more. And I hope I could declare and reveal more enough to complete this discussion on From TV show to show you who is really lead in this stuck Farmland. As you see, Sara dresses old-fashioned. Maybe this is Sara truly manifests those monsters from her days to Farmland, and this is Victor who has found and knows about her and only opens that suitcase there to see her reactions. By the way, hope you enjoyed this review too. I will make more parts to complete this final Judgment collection on From TV show, and in the next episode I'm going to discuss you on underground tunnels and what's going on there. Please hit the like button if you're interested in this theory. If you have any ideas and points about that, please drop as a comment below. Share my video, subscribe to my channel to support my channel. And don't forget to push the notification bell to see all of my videos, reviews, breakdowns, and theories as I uploaded them. Thank you for watching. See you in the next review. For now, love and light in peace.